In this video, we're going to take a jump into some VR and look at the Oculus Quest 2 and play the recently released Star Wars Pinball VR from Zen Studios. This is Steve from Restalgia, and let's get started. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for clicking on the video and consider subscribing for more content. Before we get started, I do want to give a massive shout out to Oculus for sponsoring this video and sending me the Oculus Quest 2 out for review. Today we're going to do a quick unboxing and talk about the specs, but then we're just going to jump into some gameplay and I'm going to give you guys my very first impressions while I experience this headset and the new Star Wars Pinball VR software from Zen Studios. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. So inside of the box, we actually have a secondary small little box with the Oculus logo on it that just has a quick start guide in it and the product manual. There is also a USB-C to USB-C charging and data cable, as well as the power brick for charging. Next, we have a pair of the Oculus Touch controllers, and I have to say that these things feel really comfortable in your hands. They require a single AA battery inside of each, but they do actually come pre-installed, so that's nice. The design feels natural, and the controllers are very well balanced. Now, there has been some minor improvements over the Oculus Quest controllers in terms of the form factor and even improvements in relation to haptic responses, so that's actually nice that we've got some improvements over the last generation of hardware. And I'm very much looking forward to playing around with these things. Next is the brains of the unit, the headset itself. One of the biggest draws of the device is that it is very compact and sleek, but also that this device is completely, and I mean completely 100% wireless. To think that just a few short years ago we got introduced to the commercially affordable VR systems, and now we've got fully self-contained and wireless systems to enjoy. This really does blow my mind when you actually stop to think about it. Now, the headset actually has 4 tracking sensors on the front plate from what is called an Oculus Insight tracking system, which is supposed to be very responsive. And in all the testing that I did, it really and truly is impressive. Overall, the headset looks pretty dope. To go with the headset, Oculus includes a pair of glasses spacers as well, which is definitely something that you're going to want to put in if you wear glasses so you don't cause any unnecessary damage to your lenses. Now let's quickly go over the specs of the machine and then just jump right into some gameplay. I did just mention that the device is a completely standalone and self-contained unit, which is pretty awesome. But in terms of what actually comes under the hood, we have the Snapdragon XR2 SoC on board, which has primarily been designed for VR and AR devices. This includes the Adreno 650 GPU and 6 gigs of RAM, which really should be able to play anything that is currently available in the world of VR. The Oculus Quest 2 comes in 2 different models, a 64 gig and a 256 gig model, but there really isn't any difference other than the actual storage. Both devices look the same, and the 256 gigabyte version does cost $100 more. The built-in LCD screen has a resolution of 1832 by 1920 per eye with a max refresh rate of 120 Hz, although out of the box, there really aren't many games that can support that kind of refresh rate yet. But that's more or less it in terms of technical specs. Let's go ahead and jump into the world of VR and test out the new Star Wars Pinball VR game. Alright guys, so here we are. We are in Star Wars Pinball VR. And I gotta say, this thing is pretty awesome. Now obviously we are going to take a peek at the actual pinball gameplay. But before we do that, I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a tour. First thing that we're gonna do is look at kind of the stuff going around the perimeter. There's a number of really cool things that we've got going on. And this is one of the things I really like about this game is that it's not just pinball. There's a whole bunch of like achievements and unlockables and different things you can actually access by playing different pinball games and getting certain scores. So the first thing that we're going to take a peek at is over here, the table achievements wall. So if I go ahead and hit A, we're able to see all the different achievements that are needed or that are available and how you can actually unlock them. So in this one, it says complete the story on Star Wars Pinball The Mandalorian table. Once you do that, you'll get an achievement, it'll display here, and then you can always come back and check them out and take a peek at them. So the next section to take a peek at is the cabinet shelf, and you can actually see up in the top right hand corner, I already have something displayed. It's almost like a little statue, miniature statue or figure, and essentially the system is the exact same. It provides you access to a bunch of different things that you can unlock, and then once you've unlocked them, you can go ahead and put them on display in any order that you want, and it's actually just, overall it's pretty cool. So right now I've actually got one on display. Let me just go ahead and click over to it. So there's the one that we've got. It's the AT-ST Raider in there, and I unlocked that playing the Mandalorian table, so that's pretty cool. I can go ahead and select it, and there it is. It's just going to be displayed up in the top. Next, we actually have right here beside me. I'm not even going to move. We're just going to take a peek at it. So these here are little platforms that you can actually get full on, I don't know what they are, statues, display figures, things like that, and in terms of what's actually currently on it, let me see if I can get in front of it. So we have a few different options. Obviously, we've got one on display here, and then you've got access to a whole bunch of other characters like Darth Vader, the Emperor. You can even get a Jawa on there. There's a ton of different characters that you can unlock, and it just gives you all the information on how you do it. So in this case, you would unlock her by playing on Star Wars Pinball Rogue One, and you've got to get a billion point score, and then she'll be available. So over here, you're actually going to notice that we've got a couple things up on the wall, and these are just posters. Now you can actually swap them out. There's a wide variety of them, just like with all of the other collectible items. You can go ahead and pick something, and if there's one that you want, it'll tell you how to unlock it. So you can go ahead and select whichever one you want, swap it out, and they're kind of littered all throughout the play space. So I've got one actually right in front of me here too. Next, one of the coolest things that we've got is a jukebox. And this is actually going to be the Cantina jukebox. And what you'll actually be able to see is that there is a ton of different audio files from the entire series. And you unlock different soundtracks doing different activities or having certain high scores. And then we have access to our leaderboard, which is actually pretty cool. Now, I love leaderboards on any of these types of games. Pinball online leaderboard makes the games so much more fun, so much more interesting. And you've got access to kind of select whatever title you want. And there's a bunch of different ways that they've kind of got things filtered in. So you can look at arcade mode versus classic. You can also look at team play or multiplayer, classic mode, weekly. There's a whole bunch of different styles of leaderboard systems that you can look at. Next, we've got additional achievements. You're going to have them kind of all over the place. But yeah, this is going to be the same sort of system. So once you actually unlock an achievement, I've got 2 of them so far. It'll just display here. Obviously, we've got different statues of different things Star Wars related all throughout. If you kind of look around, you've got different ships up top. You've got walkers. Yeah, we're going to jump over here and take a look at the racer. Let me see if I can get a good shot of that. Beautiful. Like if we get nice and close, you can really just see how visually impressive this thing is. The depth here just is unbelievable. You almost think you can like reach down and touch it, but obviously you can't, but it feels like it's right there in front of your face. We've got more statues outside. Now this is pretty cool. It's more like in line with a proper scale, so that's actually pretty sweet. Now I'm just going to quickly jump over to the TV right over here. Then we've got our TV here. We're going to hit A, and this is going to show us our career mode, our options. We've got all of our different operations up top. You can click on that and actually see what they are and actively pursue those. You've got the force powers and talents. So these are going to be things that you'll unlock to help upgrade tables and make the gameplay experience a little bit better and give you a little bit of an edge. It's a pretty cool feature. I like that they have this here. And then you also have the option to choose whether you are a light side player or a dark side player. Now I am going to stick with the light side, but you can do whatever you want here. You get the flexibility. You can play around however you feel comfortable. Well, why don't we jump over to that pinball machine and just take a quick peek around it so you guys can see exactly what we're about to get into. So here we are. This is the pinball machine and it looks incredible. Like obviously it's Star Wars themed, but I mean in person it feels like it's right here. Like it genuinely feels like I've got my pinball machine right in front of me, and it's awesome. So let's jump into some gameplay. There's a brand new Mandalorian table. We're going to take a peek at that. That'll be the first thing that we look at. Then we'll look at a bunch of the other tables. I'm going to show you guys just how crazy the depth is, the gameplay experience, everything. Let's jump into it. Let's go into the Mandalorian. All right, so here we are. Coolest thing about any of these tables, when you get started, you've got obviously all this action happening, and we'll talk about this in a second. This right here is crazy. The way that the tables are set up, the depth, the things popping out at you, the actual animations going on, crazy. But aside from what's happening right in front of us right now, you can see we got Grogu over to the left of us. Some of you guys will call him Baby Yoda, but whatever. He's there. We're going to have Mando show up very shortly as soon as we start. And the cool thing is that there's stuff that happens all around you. It's a completely immersive experience. I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and get the game launched. And we're just going to wait. You got Mando show up, and it's just crazy. If you've never experienced this, it's almost completely jarring. And you got this guy, he's standing here, checking on Grogu, and then he just comes back and stares at you. It's a little intimidating. So let's go ahead and show you guys some of the gameplay experience as well. So we got the ball going, and it's moving around. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it as close to here as possible, just to give you guys an idea of how things actually look on the play field now. So if we get really close, I just really want to show you guys like the depth. The resolution is crystal clear. The flippers look so awesome. Like when you change your angle, yeah, I'm sure I look ridiculous on camera right now. Everything stays in proportion. It's almost like it's genuinely right in front of you. It's really impressive. Now, one of the cool things about this is that you actually do have haptic experience, or haptic feedback, I should say, and you also have a nudge, and you can actually do it right with the controller. So if you're going to nudge, you can actually go ahead and shift your controllers just the direction you want, and it'll happen. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'll try to stay focused on the ball so you can see. If I do that again, I'm probably going to tilt out. But all you got to do is just, there we go, I tilted out. All you got to do is just shift your controller back and forth, and you get that tilt action. See, if I kind of do it here, you can see it before I launch the ball itself. But yeah, it's pretty responsive. It works immediately. As soon as you shift, it tilts or it nudges, and everything feels good. Haptics also feel really good. You feel them right in your hands. The ball's bouncing around. Some of the effects cause it to vibrate. Really good experience. There we go. You see what I'm talking about? Like, that's incredible. That's just really cool to have that happening on the playfield. And there you go. Now we've got Mando picking up Grogu. Just like a lot of really cool stuff happens all the time. I gotta say that this table might be one of my favorite tables of all time. But let's go ahead and jump into another table here. All right, so this one we're going to do the Empire Strikes Back. This one is one of my top favorite tables that has ever been released by Zen. I do like this table quite a bit. As you can see, we got Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader to us on the left-hand side, kind of scoping out the projects. Let's go ahead and start this up. I want to show you guys another cool feature that's included on these tables. What we want to do is we want to unlock our scenes, which we just did nice and quickly. And what they've gone ahead and done here is they've changed out the 2D mini games to 3D invasive mini games, which is so cool. I'm going to show you guys that right now. We're going to jump into Star Wars Scene 6 and just check this out. There we go. And now we got to block Darth Vader's attacks to get the points. That was worth 500,000.
Obi-Wan knew this to be true. The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
Let's see if we can get another couple good hits here. Beautiful. Lots of awesome points there. We got through the checkpoint. Now we got to go ahead and start the next stage of that scene.
Taught you well. Only your hatred can destroy me. To resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed.
We lost the ball. let's go ahead and jump into another title here. There we go. All right, so we're going to check out the Star Wars Pinball Classic Collectibles table. And you can really see, just like the impressive depth, the design, or the resolution of the screen, everything looks just so awesome. Let's give this thing a shot. Let's fire it up.
Feed the upper flipper and hit the TIE Fighter ramp with it. After the ball is plugged, you can change the X-Wing ramp with the launch button.
You see that? We now got R2-D2 down in our classic collectibles area. Oh, there we go. So now we got those figures that popped out. That's awesome. So let's take a second to take a peek at that. So we got Han Solo, we got R2-D2 right there in the back, and we got our Luke Skywalker here. Now I'm not 100% sure what I got to do with these guys now that they're out, but let's go ahead and keep playing, see if anything happens. We're running out of time. Collectors are running out of time. I don't know what to do with these guys.
3, 2,
Oh, we lost them.
1. Time is up. The lock is lit.
Alright guys, we got another classic table here, Star Wars A New Hope. We got this one right in front of us. Let's go ahead and get this one started. I'm gonna see if we can get ourselves into another 3D game.
Move along.
Beautiful. Here we go. So use the flippers to move the ball. So here we are. This is awesome. Ah, and I lost right away. Beautiful. Good job, Steve. So now we're gonna take a peek at the Rogue One table. You can see we've got a couple of our guys kind of standing outside beside us and keeping guard. Let's go ahead and get this thing started up.
Feed the zipper flipper and use it to score a super skill shot.
Let's do this. Oh, that was close.
There isn't much time.
I know, I'm working on it.
3, 2,
Ah, no way. I missed him.
time's up.
That's it. Lost him.
League.
Alright. Let's go ahead and jump into another table. Whoa! Whoa! Impressive.
I am Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight and French Captain Solo.
Oh, there we go. That's pretty awesome. You can check this out right here. That's pretty cool. Let's jump into it.
My master.
Looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, that's crazy. Balls out. Let's go ahead and check out another table.
A Jedi must have the deepest
We
commitment.
got Master Yoda
Serious
and the Emperor. You got to keep the balance. Let's go ahead and do this.
My holocron. Bullseye, you hit.
Multi-ball! There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Let's keep the balls going. Let's keep them up.
Hit the next spot.
Oh, we lost the ball. Are we going to get it back? Yeah, we are. Oh, we lost another one. It's amateur. Let's keep these balls going. There we go. Nice. See if we can get a third ball in. Just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. Oh, we lost it. There goes our multi-ball. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Well, and there you guys have it. Honestly, I don't think that I can really explain just how cool this experience is. The device is literally a pick up and play headset. that lets you jump in and out of VR gaming altogether whenever you want. Completely blown away by the experience. The game, Star Wars Pinball VR, is probably the most impressive way that I've ever played virtual pinball, bar none. Now, if you're interested in this device, you can actually pick it up for $299, and this is a crazy piece of tech for that price. Now, if you guys just want some more information or to pick one up, I will leave links in the description down below. But if you're not going to pick one up and you just want to learn more about it, check out the links. It's well worth the read. These devices are really cool, and I can certainly see that they're going to start making their way into the mainstream very soon. But that is pretty much all I've got for you guys in this video. Thanks again to Oculus for sponsoring the video. Let me know in the comments section down below if you guys have ever done any VR gaming, and if not, are you considering it? Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos and hit the thumbs up button before you leave. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.